Hi everybody, it's Diana. Let's see. All right, my connection, of course, is messing up. So I'm just going to keep going and hope that this is actually taping. I had tried to tape before with my phone where I would talk and then I would flip the camera and then I was going to just post the video later, but it wouldn't flip the camera. It was either showing the tabletop or my face. It wasn't letting me flip it. So you're just going to have to, I'm just going to have to go live with the first one and hope that it's actually working, since it said my connection was not very good. So we're just going to go by the seat of my pants. All right, so the first little video I'm going to do, episode 1. So that means I'm going to be doing more videos, hopefully every Tuesday. I know I was looking at my calendar as I was scheduling them, and I see that Christmas is Tuesday. So we'll see if I stop in on Christmas Day. But I want to show you is a cute tin. Now, these tins are in the holiday catalog, and they are adorable. They're a really good size, and they are perfect to hold cards, but they are also perfect to hold yummy goodies. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be decorating these tins and handing them out to the neighbors. So I have cookies I'm going to put in there. Now what I'm going to do is I will put the cookies in baggies so that it doesn't make the tin all dirty, so that they can reuse the tin. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how I made the cute little tag that is going to go on the tin. And in case I didn't say, I think I can't remember, they have a lot of tins in the warehouse, so you want to make sure that you get them. So they are $9.50. That is a screaming deal for putting goodies in there. Or you could even wrap gifts in there. How easy would that be? All right, so I will flip my camera. Da, 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 da. See the buttons there? This time, oh look, there's my cute little husband. All right, so I'm going to flip the camera. And, all right. Oh my gosh, look, it's even asking if I want to tag Jeff. No, I don't. Okay, so what I did was I stamped Santa on Whisper White thick cardstock, and then I used our Stitch Shapes framelits to framelit him out, and then on the back I used a piece of the Granny Apple cardstock, and I used the layering circles for that. All right, so let me move that aside. I'm also using, oh my gosh, this DSP. All right, so I'm using 2 different DSPs. One is the Festive Farmhouse. That's where this came from. Festive Farmhouse DSP. This actually is Dashing Along. Now this paper is available now. Before it was just a special for hostesses only, but they made it available for everybody to order, and I love it because it's just, look at that beautiful scroll. So it doesn't have to be Christmas at all. And then what's on the back side? That kind of looks Christmassy, but this definitely is just beautiful. So that's the 2 DSPs that I'm going to use. And what I did do was I did punch the bottom, so they're 2 inches wide so that they would fit in the punch. And I used the Banner Triple Punch for the bottom, and I used the Scallop Tag Topper for the top. So that makes it that pretty little top on there. And then what I did was I stamped the So Santa with Memento, because I'm going to color with the Stampin' Blends. And I just love the Stampin' Blends. So I have like a whole bunch of them. Look, I mean, these are just what I used on the tag. But I like using them because I can really color anywhere. So I'm just trying to go over to my tablet just in case. I just want to see that this is working, because I've only done it in my group, like my teen group. So I just want to make sure that, so just be patient with me. Then I'll know if it's even working. Okay, so I do see I do see my hand, so I'm thinking that means it's working. Okay, so now I'll go back. All right, so now I'm just going to color a little bit. I won't totally color because it will just take too long and you'll be bored. But, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using this is Petal Pink Light and Petal Pink Dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Petal Pink Dark and I am just going to go off on the side here. Oh, I did his little beard. And I usually do something crazy like that. All right. So I did a little bit on his beard. But I don't want his beard to be petal pink. So now I'm just going to come back with my color lifter. My color lifter, not fixer. And I'm just going to remove that. All right. So that'll like go away. Then I'm just going to take my light one. And I'm just going to add a little bit around the center. And I'm going to touch a little bit of his nose. But then I want to take, this is the Flirty Flamingo. And I'm going to take that, and this is the light one, and I'm going to go on to the side. So what this does is it makes his cheeks be rosy. And I'm also going to put a little bit on his nose. So what that does is it just makes it look like he's been kissed by the colder weather. And let me see if I can see that. See, it just makes him look like he's been kissed by the cold weather. So he's so, so cute. And then here's my little piece that I'm going to put on the back. Now I chose Granny Apple cardstock because, well, it has Granny in the name. And I love my Granny. I miss her. But I also wanted to use the Granny Apple Stampin' Blend. So I wanted it to pull from the Stampin' Blends. So that's why I chose that. Now, if you're going to do a bunch of framelits, sometimes you get like paper will hang off to the side. So what I do, we have their little cleaning brush. This is what I pretty much use with the brush. And I just do all the edges. Now, if I had a whole stack, because usually I do the whole stack. And then do the same thing with the white one. And see all the little pieces? Because it just kind of it gets rid of that frayed edge. So I always have that right by my Big Shot. All right, then I'm going to take my Pool Party. And I'm going to take the light one. And I want it to look like his hat's going to be kind of like a off-white. So I'm just going to put a little bit, hang on, I want to do the dark. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Pool Party on the edges just so that it has a little bit of color, because even white is not all the way white. So I'm just going to put a little bit of color. Same with on his cuffs. A little bit here, a little bit here, and in here, because I want his apron to have a little bit as well. All right, and a little bit there. I usually forget someplace. All right, there we go. Then I'm just going to go back with the light Pool Party and add a little bit of the light. Not a whole lot. And I'll do the same thing on the hat. And I'm just coloring in circles. And then I kind of go lighter as I get to the center. Because I don't want it to be all the way colored in. Alright, so then when I hit the center, now I'm going to pick up my color lifter again. And I'm going to go in here. And what that does is it will soften that blue. Soften the edges, but it will just lighten it up a little bit. I'm not totally taking the color away because then why bother coloring it? But it just softens that just a tad. So it looks super cute. And then I want to use my Granny Apple Greens so that I'm pulling from that cardstock. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do my dark up on the top and just go down a little bit. I'm also going to make this spatula have a little bit of green. This time of year, they have the cutest spatulas in the store. I saw some cute ones the other day, and I just had to tell myself, no, You don't need those. So I was a good girl and I didn't get them. But that doesn't mean I can't color the cute little spatula on my tag adorably. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the apron. All right. Then I will do my cookies with the crumb cake. Super quick. And then what I want to do, and this is just did I pick the light? I picked the dark. This is the dark one. And you could pick either one. I'm going to leave a little bit of white. And then what I did was I took the dark soft suede and I'm going to just kind of do some tapping, because what it does, it looks kind of like the chocolate chips that are on the cookies. So now you have chocolate chip cookies. No matter what kind of cookies I am ending up putting in the tin, I'm still going to have the cookies on here be chocolate chip. All right, so now this is the black. We have the new basic black in the holiday catalog. And this is the light one. And I don't want to put a lot because it is really dark. So I'm just going to touch the side of the boot with a little bit of the dark. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to take my light smoky slate and I'm going to color in the rest of the boot. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some of that black out. So it makes his boot not to be so black. And it gives it like a highlight and a low light. So there you go with that. Let's see, what else did I miss? His little beard is also the smoky slate. Ooh, look at that's jiggling. Ooh, I'm jiggling. All right. So I'm going to put a little bit on his mustache. And what's fun, you could make this beard be any color you want. You could have this be a young Santa and have him have like a brown beard. Wouldn't that be cool? And if you watched, I don't know, I watched the Christmas Chronicles the other night on Netflix with Kurt Russell and Hubba Hubba. What a cute Santa he made. All right, so now this is just Poppy Parade. And I'm just going to add a little bit of the dark Poppy Parade on here, just around the edges there, and here. Now what you can do, I'm not going to do this all the way, even though I said I wasn't, he's almost done. Then I'll do the light. But what you can do, if you want it to look even darker, if you use, even your soft suede will work, or even like your crumb cake. Because if you add like a brown, it will be a little bit darker. So I'm going to take I'm going to use the crumb cake. And I'm just going to come back where I colored with that red. And just up here, I'm going to hit a little bit of that crumb cake. And now that's nice and dark, but it's not super dark. Like if I did cherry cobbler, it would be like too dark. So this just adds a little bit of a dark color to that red. And if you get too much, just go back and add some more of your Pool Party over top. And that will tone it down a little bit, but you'll still have that darkness in there. So it's super, super cute. I'm also going to do that little spoon red too. It's got some frosting on it. All right, so pretend he's all the way done. Then I'm going to glue him onto his circle. And what I did do was I put a little bit of adhesive. Where's my adhesive? Right here it is. So I put a little bit of adhesive on here because I wanted it to look like my tags were moving. Because I want to be able to see both colors. But I don't want it to like totally cover the other one. So this way it just looks like it's swinging in the breeze. Then I have my little Santa and I stuck him on with dimensionals. So let me bring the tin over so I can show you the finished tin. Because what I did was I tied some of our striped burlap trim. It's very, very fun. I tied that all the way around the tin. And then what I did was I just put the Santa, let me stand up so I can see the phone. So what I did was I put the Santa on. So see it wiggles back and forth. And then I just cut out the greeting. Sugar and spice make Christmas nice. And all I did was, we have these fun pins coming. Now they're going to be a funner color in the new catalog. I cannot wait. So all I did was I put the little tag on here. Then I keep banging that stand. Then this goes on here like so. And then it pins on here. So what I did was, this also was loose. My little tag was loose. And I didn't want it falling into Santa's face. So now I can stand up. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Marcy. So what I did was I just put a little glue dot here. So then it is still very, very cute, but it does not get in the way of Santa. So just use your little glue dot. But isn't that the cutest little tin? I can't hardly wait to fill them and hand them out at Christmas time. So, in fact, I'm surprised that UPS has not knocked on my door while I did the video. I did put the dog in the house so he wasn't trying to get on my lap, because I have a whole bunch of tins on their way today. So, but just make sure you grab some if you need any. They will be good year round, so you can always keep them on hand for other things. So I'm going to say see you later. I want to thank you so much for popping in for my first episode of Teach Me Tuesdays with Diana Gibbs. And I will look, in case you have any questions, I will keep a tab on the video. And if you have any questions or any suggestions, please let me know. And I will be wishing you a great week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.